Hi, Sharon Bale here. I'm cracking on with a series showing how to play all the major scale patterns on the piano. And we're now progressing through the series of major scales that have a flat in the key signature. In previous videos, I've shown how to play the scale of F major, which has one flat, or of B flat major, which has two flats. And if you want to just check those videos out, that will be helpful to you if you build up your progression of scales gradually and increase the complexity in the key signature. That's the best way to go about it. Just check those videos out in preparation, and then we're ready to crack on with the E flat major scale. Now E flat major has three flats. We have B flats and E flats, and now also A flats. Now, because we're starting on a flat, we can't use the expected fingering of beginning with your thumb and your little finger. We have to readjust the fingering patterns to suit the position of the black and white keys. We can begin with finger 3 in the left hand, and then we can get going straight away with the alternating 3, 4, 3 across the two octaves. This pattern establishes the rule, and you can continue that if you want to extend it to 3 or 4 octaves, but 2 octaves establishes the pattern, so we'll just do 2 octaves for now. So beginning with finger 3 on the E flat, make sure that you get from the E flat to the F, or from the B flat to the C, because we don't want a B flat and a B, or an E flat and an E, because we'll be representing those keys twice, whereas each step, each note only needs to be represented once, and so we need to make sure we get to the next step in the scale. So let's just have a go at that. So E flat major beginning with finger 3. 4 over onto our flat, A flat and B flat, stretch up to the C. Now 3 over on our flat, stretch to the F, 4 over, and to finish we've run out of fingers and just point up with finger 2. Unwrap the pattern now to descend, so tuck under straight away, unwrap all your fingers, and now we're onto the flats with finger 4 under, 3 under, 4 under, and you can see that the pattern of black notes and white notes just coincides nicely with the fingering pattern, so that's just another clue you can look out for as you're playing it. So if you watch again, you can see how the fingering patterns fit in with the visual pattern of the black and white notes. Let's have one more go. So finger 3 on E flat, 4 over onto your flat, 3 over onto your flat, 4 over onto your flat, and just point to finish at the top. Let's think a bit more carefully about the notes as we go down. So tucking under straight away. Now B flat, A flat, tuck under, 3 on the E flat, tuck under, B flat, A flat, tuck under, finishing on finger 3 on E flat, just in camera there. Let's have a go at the right hand. Now as your left hand had to point over at the top to finish, our right hand's going to do a mirror image of that, and so we're going to have to point and then tuck under to start. Let's just check I can stay in camera. Yep, we've got 2 octaves there. Okay, so here we go, pointing with finger 2 on E flat, tuck under, stretching all the way to your F, and now we can get the pattern going, so alternating finger 4, tuck under and stretch, 3 is on your E flat, tuck under all the way to your F, G, now flats 4, tuck under. So you can see again that the pattern works once you've got this first part unwrapped, the 4-3-4 works quite nicely with your black keys, so it sort of fits quite comfortably under your fingering pattern. Let's have another go at that and then we'll come down as well. So ascending to begin with finger 2, tuck under, A flat, B flat with finger 4, tuck under all the way to the C, E flat, finger 3, tuck under all the way to the F, unwrap all of your fingers, A flat, B flat, there's your finger 4, tuck all the way under, finger 3 to finish. So we've done finger 3 here, 4 over on the flats, 3 over on the flats, 4 over on the flats, and just point over to finish. Now the way this works when you're playing it hands together, it works in quite neatly if you can think of it in groups. We need to have finger 4s in this group here for these flats, and then we need finger 3s on your home note on the tonic note of E flat. Tonic just means first note of the scale. So we're looking for the similar finger groupings just to help us once we've got this first little bit unwrapped. So beginning with finger 3 in your left hand, finger 2 in your right hand. Your right hand's going to tuck under and then we can establish the pattern. So here we go, 3 in the left, 2 in the right, E flat. So this is our group where we need 4s, not at the same time, but in the same grouping. Tuck under in your right. Now both finger 3s occur on the E flat. Tuck under in your right hand now to alternate the pattern. So we need 4 in your left, then 4 in your right, tuck under to continue the pattern. However, we're going to finish at 2 octaves, so just point over with your left to finish and stop there. So let's return back descending, so your left hand has to tuck straight away. So this is our finger 4 grouping here, so it's 4 in the right now, 4 in the left, tuck under in your left. 3s over onto the E flat home key, tuck under in your left, 4s over now, right hand 4, then left hand 4, tuck under, and then point with your right hand to finish. E flat major is actually one of my favourite scales. I don't know why, I can't quite quantify why that would be, but I just really like the feel of it under my fingers. And if you can just see those groups of 4, 3, 4, I think just visually, I think that helps and the thinking's done for you. Let's have another go and we'll play it a little bit more rhythmically. If you think in 2s, it just gives a little bit of a musical flow and hides the clunks where our perhaps stronger thumb might want to just take over with the accents in the wrong place. If we put the accents musically by thinking in 2s, it should flow a bit more nicely. So left hand finger 3, right hand finger 2, unwrap the pattern and then see the groups of the 4, 3, 4. So let's have a go. Here we go. 4s, 3s, 4s, finish, 4s, 3s, 4s, and there we have it, E flat major. So now let's have a look at E flat major in contrary motion. This one works out quite nice under your fingers. It works out symmetrically so that your fingering patterns are matching in the both hands, and also so are the black notes and white notes. The only thing you've got to watch out for is to make sure that you get the correct stretches. So for example, as we start the scale, we begin on E flat sharing with finger 2s. Now we need to tuck under outwards straight away to find the white note. However, here we need to get for E flat to D, which is just a small semitone, just a half step, whereas in the right hand we've got to tuck outwards to get a full step, which we need to get all the way to the F. So make sure that you don't sort of get the E here rather than the F. You've just got to make that effort. So in your right hand it's when you're going up, and then when you're coming back in it's your left hand coming up that you need to watch out for those stretches on a couple of occasions. Let's have a look slowly and I'll show you as we go along. So we begin with finger 2s on E flat, tuck outwards, your right hand must get to the F. Now it's flat, flat to 4s in both hands, tuck outwards. It's just a small step here, but make sure you get all the way to the C here. 3s on the E flats, tuck outwards again, so you just gain a small step here, but you need to get all the way to the F here. Flat, flat, there's your 4s, tuck outwards, just a small step in your left, but a full step up to the C in your right. And finish on the E flats with finger 3s, coming back in, it's your left hand you perhaps need to watch out for. So make sure you get all the way to the F here. 4s over on your flats, make sure you get all the way to the C here in your left. 3s over onto the E flat, make sure you get all the way to the F in your left hand. 4s over onto the flats and point over to the 2s on E flat to finish. It's quite a nice scale to play, you just need to watch out for those white notes. Let's have one more go. And there we have it. I hope that helps. If you can like the video, if you give me a thumbs up to show me that it's helping you and it's an enjoyable video, that would be really encouraging for me. If you can share it around with your friends, if you want to share this love of playing, of learning all about music, and if you like and subscribe to my video, that would be really ace, because we can keep in touch and keep learning, because there's so much more for us to get cracking at. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.